Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Zatharis, and if you watched my last video, you probably know that I'm allowing a wheel to select what videos I'm making for a week, and I'm basically going to try and make a video every day for a week, and I'm going to let this thing decide. Yeah, there's no point in delaying this. I just got to get it over with for the first day, so let's see what I'm getting for day one. What's it gonna be? Oh my god. Please tell me it's a respin. Oh my god. Thank god it's not play fort bad. Okay, we're going to... I'm not gonna remove it. I'm just gonna click again. Okay. What's it gonna be? How to OBS video. Okay. Um... Well, I mean, I have OBS open right now, so I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to have to launch Streamlabs OBS to run OBS. But yeah, I'll see you once I figure it out. Okay, guys, so I started Streamlabs OBS so I can open normal OBS, and we are in. So this is what normal OBS looks like. Streamlabs OBS is a completely different version of it for streamers. But yeah, a few reasons why you should use OBS, and basically what OBS is. OBS stands for Open Broadcasting System, or Open Broadcasting Software, and it's used for recording and streaming. It's also very useful for pretty much anything you want to do. There's a lot of settings in it, and we're going to be going through some of them real quick today. So first off, when you download OBS, you're probably going to be prompted with something that looks like this, but it's going to take you one by one, from general to stream to output to through all of these to just set them up. For general, it's just asks you like what language, the theme. I mean, I don't think it even asks you the theme. Obviously, dark mode all the way, but they also have, I think, Akri is blue, default is white, and Rochni is green. But yeah, we go with dark. Stream, there's a bunch of services you can use. You can use YouTube Gaming, you can connect to Twitch, you can connect to Smashcast, a Mixer, Facebook, a Restream, Twitter, pretty much anything you want, you can connect to it. And yeah, you just put in your stream key. You can also select what server you want to stream to, and you can also use custom services. Let's say you have a website, and you have like a special server connected to it for streaming. You just put in the URL and then the stream key, and you could stream to it. I'm not completely sure how you do that, but if you have those resources, you probably also know how. But yeah, next is output. This is something I think you guys should also look into. The output mode doesn't have to be anything. You can just click simple. Video bitrate, it all sets it up for you, but definitely make sure your encoder is hardware NVENC and not software x264. It can be software x264, but if it is, then it's going to use a lot of RAM, a lot of GPU, a lot of your resources in general. So if you're already playing a game like GTA 5 or Destiny 2, or I think Red Dead Redemption is also a game that uses a lot of resources, you're definitely going to want to set it to hardware NVENC, which hardware NVENC basically also software x264 low. Both of these use they give you increased file sizes, but they use a lot less resources, so you can focus more resources on the actual game you're playing or whatever you're doing. Another thing is you should give a recording path. So if you have another hard drive you rarely use that's in your computer, put like a folder in there, and then name it something like YouTube or whatever you do. Like if you have Twitch and sometimes you save clips for it, just make sure your recording path is there. And yeah, also recording formats. This is also important because the recording format you use here also applies to streaming. So If you're recording, definitely set it to MP4 because it's high quality. But it also takes a bit more time to send. So if you're trying to stream an MP4, then you're going to be using all the bandwidth on your Wi-Fi. That's why for streaming, use FLV. FLV is slightly lower quality, but it's a lot faster to send to servers outside of your house. But FLV is not distinguishable by many video editors. I think the only ones that can actually read FLV are like Premiere Pro and Sony Vegas Pro, and those are very expensive. Either way, it's very hard to read FLV. Only for like the streaming services like YouTube and Twitch, only they use FLV. Any streaming service pretty much takes FLV. Yeah, audio, don't mess with this. Just make sure that your channels are at least stereo or higher. If it's mono, then you're just gonna have one sound. If it's stereo, then you're gonna have like more higher quality sounds. Yeah, video 1920 by 1080. That's what you usually get with high quality medium file sizes. That's decent. And then common FPS, I'd say 60. But if you're streaming and you don't want to use a lot of resources, definitely 30. But yeah, I keep it at 60. Hotkeys, this is something really cool. So I have a lot. So basically, if you have lots of sources or lots of scenes and you want to make them show or hide whenever you want, you can basically do something like if I want to mute or unmute my mic, I find my mic, and then I do any combination of Control, Shift, Alt, a random number or a random letter. So if I want to do for my mic to mute, Control Alt M, then I would do Control Alt M, and I'd hold down Control, then I'd hold down Alt, and then I'd hold down M. But like I wouldn't let go of the first key. I'd hold the first key, then I'd start holding the next key, and then I'd hold the next. If then you're probably going to want a different one for unmute, so then you're probably going to select like Control Alt N because it's right next to it. There you go. That's how you do it. If you want, you could add more hotkeys. You can also take away hotkeys. Yeah, and then you can also clear. Then advanced. There's really no need to show advanced. It's just a lot of stuff like rendering, and I don't even get into this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the settings. Of course, there's buttons for start streaming and start recording. Of course, you can't start streaming unless you have a key. And the key you're probably going to find for output, actually in stream, you're going to find your key on YouTube in your YouTube Studio, Twitch in your Twitch Studio. If you're using a custom stream service, then you probably know what your key is. And yeah. Exit, of course, closes it. Studio mode is if you have like a lot of sources and you want to show all of them and whatnot. Yeah, that's studio mode. And then here are the sources. I'm going to real quick go through all the sources. First of all, there's multiple scenes. You can change between scenes. Every scene has its own amount of sources. So basically, I have two scenes. I have a stream scene that I also use for recording, and I also have an AFK scene. So then I also have a hotkey that's mixed with it. So let's say I got to go use the toilet, and I don't want my mic to be heard. I just use the hotkey, and then bam, it doesn't have anything except mic, which is usually muted, and then I can change it back. But yeah, I'm gonna add another scene, just test scene, for now. And okay, I'm gonna show you all of the sources. There's also properties for each source, but you guys can figure that on your own because everything's pretty self-explanatory. There's audio input and audio output. Audio output is kind of weird to use. It's usually for like if you have speakers and you want to hear notifications. So pretty much just use audio input. Audio input, I don't know. I'm just gonna do Control A mic. Then I have two microphones. I have this one that's coming from my headset, and then this one that's coming from my actual microphone. I'm gonna add that. I don't know why desktop audio is showing up. Probably because it's here in my stream scene. But yeah. I'm back in my test scene. I have my microphone set up. If I want, let's say, a browser source, so let's say Team Azurite. Then I could go to, like, I can type in teamazurite.com. I can also change the CSS, and I can press OK. And bam, that's T-Mesh, right? And then I can show like a special page. This is really useful if you want to show like subcounts. There's multiple sites that do that. There's just like, you look it up, you can insert your name and then copy and paste the link into browser source. Yeah, that's browser source. There's also color source, which is basically just if you want a random color, like, I don't know, ooh, this color looks pretty. Okay, bam, I have a random color. That's pretty much all it's useful for. Display capture, shows your display, of course. You can select what it is. I also have a second monitor, so you can show your second monitor. Press OK. Yeah. Of course, there's also properties, or not properties, there's filters. So there's display capture, and then there's also like, I think it's media capture or video capture, something like that. Video capture device. Video capture device is like if you have a camera for, let's say, face cam or hand cam. I'm going to show you right now. Let's say if you have a face cam and you have a green screen behind it. I don't have my camera connected right now, but you could basically select it and whatnot, and then you can go to video capture device filters, and then you can add a filter for like the effects and chroma key. Okay, and then you can select it green, and yeah, if you have a green screen, you can basically just take out your background. You can do the same thing with display capture. I don't know why you'd want to, though, because you don't want random like grass or anything that's green to just pop out of your like game, because usually display capture is used for just displaying your game. On the note of display capture, there's also display capture automatically gives you desktop audio. There's also game capture. Game capture is, let's say you want it to automatically scan and show if you have like Minecraft open, so you can easily only record your Minecraft window. Bam, capture specific window. You tell it what you want, and yeah, you select what game you want to do, and then match title, otherwise find with window of same executable. So yeah, whenever Minecraft's open, it's gonna appear in OBS. That's game capture. Game capture can also be used for any app you want, really. Then there's also image slideshow. If you have an image anywhere on your computer, you can just give it the file source, and then it'll show that image. An image slideshow, pretty self-explanatory. I use it for my socials slideshow. You can basically, it can slide through different images, like right here, it shows my socials. This is my Instagram, feel free to subscribe or follow. And yeah, then there's also media source. This is like if you have a video on your computer and you want it to constantly be playing in, I don't know, like the background. Yeah, you can do that. Scene. This if you want to switch between scenes or show kind of like a scene in the background. So let's say I add a scene. Okay, create new. Okay. Let's say add AFK scene, and yeah, it's gonna show the AFK scene on my test scene. Bam. And then there's also text, GDI plus, and in deprecated there's also text free to type. You don't really have to use text free to type because that's deprecated, that's old. Text GDI plus though is pretty useful. You can do lots of stuff like type whatever you want. Select a special font that's on your computer. For example, I have American Captain for some of my thumbnails. I can select it, bam, uses special font. I can also select a special color, and I think this also works with CSS, so you can make it like a gradient. Bam, I have this, which is beautiful. And then I also have filters, so I can add many filters, like rendering and crops and masks and whatnot. And I can also go back into properties to change some other stuff, like scroll down and I can change the opacity, I can change the gradient. This is all pretty cool. Save, I guess. And then I also have video capture device. If you have like a, as I said, if you have like a camera connected to your computer, use video capture device to show it. Window capture, if you have a specific window like a browser that you want to show, and then yeah, that's about it. There's also your audio, which you can change like the volume, and then you can also change like the properties and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is for OBS. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy or think it was useful, please press like, subscribe for more. Remember, I'm making a video every day for this week. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.